Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, did Donald Trump just take a direct jab at Apple and India in one statement? In a bold and unexpected move, former US President Donald Trump recently revealed he confronted Apple CEO Tim Cook, saying, I don't want you building in India. What's behind this sharp statement? Why is Trump suddenly concerned about the Apple's manufacturing move? And what does this mean for India, Apple, and America's tech future? So, guys, let's dive deep into this explosive statement and what's really going on behind the scenes. Let's see the context of this first. Trump's comments came during a public address where he was discussing US trade relations and manufacturing. He brought up a conversation he had with the Apple's CEO Tim Cook, someone he's worked with and also praised before. But this time, things seemed a little different. Trump expressed frustration that Apple is increasingly investing in India for iPhone production. He also claimed, I said to him, Tim, look, we treated you really good. You are coming here with $500 billion, but now I hear you are building all over India. I don't want you building in India. Build here itself in America. At face value, it sounds like Trump is just pushing for more American manufacturing, which has always been his platform. But there is more to this than the that meets our eye. So, what Trump really wants? Let's break it down. Trump has always been a strong advocate of America First policies. During his presidency, he consistently pushed US companies to bring jobs and factories back home, especially from countries like China. Now, Apple shifting to India isn't exactly a move back to the US. It's more like Apple is replacing China with India to diversify its production and reduce dependence on Chinese manufacturing. Trump's frustration here isn't just about the India, it's also about the fact that Apple still isn't choosing the US as its primary production hub, despite receiving major tax breaks and being celebrated as a symbol of American innovation. Now, let's see the Apple's strategic move behind shift to India. Apple's move to India isn't sudden. Over the past few years, especially post COVID and amid rising US China tensions, Apple has been gradually moving part of its iPhone production to India. Their goal is to make about 25% of global iPhones in India within the next few years. Foxconn, which is Apple's main assembly partner, has already received approval from the Indian government to build a semiconductor plant in collaboration with HCL. This is huge actually. It means Apple is planning long term investments in India's tech ecosystem, not just the temporary fixes. Why did Apple choose India? Because India offers massive labor advantages, growing infrastructure, and most importantly, geopolitical stability compared to China. For Apple, it's a cost effective way to manage the global supply chain risk. But Trump sees it little differently. Now let's see the Trump's problem with this move. Here is where Trump's real concern lies. In his view, Apple owes it to America, the country where it was born and where its products are mostly sold, to manufacture at home. He argued that they have already built enough in China and now, instead of shifting production to the US, they are going to India. He said, we are not interested in you building in India. India can take care of themselves. We want you to build here. And let's be honest, from a political standpoint, this resonates with the Trump's base. He wants to bring back American jobs, revive US manufacturing, and showcase economic nationalism as a winning agenda. But here is the catch, guys. Building an iPhone in America would massively increase the price. Estimates suggest anywhere between 1,500 to $3,500 per unit. That's not sustainable for any tech company, not even Apple. India's role in the global tech race. Now, from India's perspective, Apple's investment is a win win. India is actually becoming a global hub for electronics manufacturing thanks to initiatives like Make in India. Apple's presence also boosts jobs, brings tech know how, and strengthens India's geopolitical standing. In fact, India has been quite cooperative on the trade front lately. Trump even acknowledged that India offered the US a trade deal with the zero tariffs, something very rare in the global economics. So it's not really about the tariffs or competition, it's about the political optics. Now let's see the Apple's reaction to this. Interestingly, Apple hasn't responded directly to Trump's latest comments. That's not surprising. Apple prefers to stay out of political controversies. But behind the scenes, Apple is clearly focused on long term growth, supply chain diversification, and global scalability, all of which India offers. While Apple has not issued a public statement, sources state that the company reaffirmed to Indian officials that India remains a key part of its global supply chain. Of course, in the US, Apple does have some manufacturing like the Mac Pro in Texas, and they have announced a server facility as a part of their AI strategy. But large scale iPhone production in America is not just financially unfeasible, it's practically impossible with the current logistics and labor. So, guys, what is the takeaway? Trump's frustration with Apple's India's move is less about India and more about missed opportunities for American manufacturing. Apple, on the other hand, is playing a long game, reducing risk, expanding globally, and making decisions based on business logic, not the political emotions. This isn't about the Tim Cook and Trump. It's snapshot of the larger global tug of war between economics, politics, and innovation. So guys, that was it for today. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and share in your network. And also let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And I will see you in the next video.